Welcome, everybody. We'll let people get settled in before we kick this off. Brad, how's it going? I know we're waiting for people to come on, as well as Morgan takes it and puts it in the live stream or the live stream in the thread. So we want to give people a chance to come and who are going to join it. How's it going, everybody? I see everybody jumping on now. We're going to kick this off with a little bit of a kind of a what's coming thing because we have a really busy week this week. First off, if you like golf balls and you follow us on Instagram or you don't follow us on Instagram, head over to THP Golf on Instagram and you can enter to win some Bridgestone golf balls we're giving away right now. Your choice, any of the Tour Bs. Tomorrow, live stream with Noelle from Srixon Golf, fresh off her wedding. You could have watched the wedding on Instagram, but she's going to come in and join us, talk a little golf, talk a little Srixon, talk a little everything. Thursday, we have Matt Browning from Callaway Golf. If you guys don't know Matty B, you will after that live chat. That's going on right in the forum. So you're going to want to be there to ask questions. You can ask him anything you want. He's got a rather unique background coming from Nike. He can talk shoes. He can talk really bad fashion like those joggers he was wearing. And he can talk Callaway marketing, Callaway gear, and everything else. So Friday is another unique day. Friday, we have Danny Lee in the morning from US Team EMEA. You are going to be able to ask him anything you've ever wanted to know about Golf Chefs. You can ask him about our experiences we have with him this year. You can ask Danny anything you want, and we're going to take questions on that on a live stream. And then at 4 o'clock, we have a really cool thing called Around the Green with Cobra. It's going to be myself as a host, and I'm joined by two guests in Mike Yagley from Cobra, who handles innovation, and Jose Miraflor, who handles marketing. And we're going to have a little debate, and the guys are going to be able to debate some topics such as who's going to win a major first, Ricky or Bryson, and so on and so forth. But we have a lot going on. I'm going to bring Canadan with me to start this off. Dan, how are you?
Hey, Josh. I'm good. How are you?
I'm doing well. We got all kinds of people following us along. Yeah, Jim, there's a special guest this week. We're going to get to that in a second. I wanted to bring you on early to kind of talk a little bit about what is going on the forum right now with the post drive and everything.
Yeah. First thing I want to do, Josh, I really want to do something. Are you okay with it?
It depends what it is.
Can we do like a moment of silence for the season opener?
Sure.
Everyone in the chat, stop chatting. No, I'm kidding. It's a tough week this week without the Masters. It's kind of weird for us. So it really happy that we have something like the post drive to keep us busy, keep us entertained. I see you guys in there going crazy on the forum. We're going to have a ton of fun with that over the next 2 months. And then some really good chances at some prizes, which I cannot wait for. Because you said they're bigger and better. What do you think
we're going to give away?
Like a house? You said bigger and better.
Well, we're not going to give away a house, but we have some pretty good gear to give away. I got some cool stuff from Cobra, some stuff from Callaway, some stuff from Srixon. Basically, any company they want, we have some really cool stuff for them. And we also have a thing going on since we don't have the Masters with your moment of silence. We have a, the beard had to go. Thanks, Schnurgen. We have a play along the Masters with Dean and Michael, and they're kind of breaking down 3 holes at a time and going from there.
That's going to be. Oh, I saw the first 3 holes by Michael today. Man, that was. It felt weird because like we get to go and experience the holes. You see the flyovers, and it's like that little reminder, like, oh god, that's what I'd be doing.
I'm waiting for Jim Nance to pop onto the computer screen with the bad outfits and saying hello, friends. Sorry, Jim. Yes, there's a post drive, James. Somebody asked if we were giving away the Puma clothes, the Augusta Puma clothes. I don't know really what we're giving away for the game show this Friday, but there is going to be a contest. My gut feeling says that's a possibility, but we'll work with the winner and find something pretty cool. It's going to be a really cool thing. We have 4 or 5 really good topics to pick out. Anybody who's ever been to one of our experiences with Mike and Jose know they disagree on just about everything. So it's going to be a lot of fun. Now, one of the things I wanted to do that's a little different is we were talking about future content, and people have enjoyed these live streams and everything, but we're going to be doing something. We're going to be adding something to the mix And I wanted you to kind of tell everybody about that.
Yeah, so it's going to be 24 hours a day of me on THP Live for you to ask any questions you have. I'll be on my cell phone, and pretty much just me all day long.
This is Keenan from True Temper dropping this little bomb. By the way, he's not. He wasn't invited. I know, that's weird. Sorry, Keenan.
No, I'm just messing around with that. So we've been talking a lot, Josh, about this over the last, 6 to 8 months, about how we're trying to do other things and different things and better things and continuously provide additional content to THPers. And one of those things that has been going around, we saw some really fun stuff at the PGA show, incorporating Golf Unfiltered into the coverage again, even though he has already griefed me in chat. That's fine. But it got me thinking, podcasting, how can we do more in the podcasting realm? So you did something.
Golf Unfiltered just dropped this bomb for us.
Hate you guys.
Yet he's watching us on a live stream in the middle of the afternoon. So, I decided I wanted to find somebody who would be a great host with you for a show that we could have some fun. And, we do things really differently at THP. As people who have followed along, it's always been, let's do our own thing. Let's have some fun. Let's do something a little different. But there was a podcast that I listened to and enjoyed, and it was two guys talking golf on Golf WRX, and the host was a guy named Rob Miller. And I've become friends with Rob, and we really get along well. We have a lot in common other than that whole New Jersey thing. And I thought it would be a great way to have a podcast with you and Rob talking golf. So we're going to bring in Rob now. Rob, welcome.
What's up, guys? Thanks for having me.
And I'm going to let you guys kind of talk about what you have coming up.
Yeah. Rob, do you want to kind of give a little intro? Most of the people who are in there have tolerated and or know me for some time now, but I think you might be a new face to quite a few of our viewers.
Yeah, I think that if you know what's up, Adam, Golf Unfiltered, I see the comment there. I have been I was at Golf WRX for a little over 10 years, started the social media channels like 2009 and things like that. So I've got most of the people behind the scenes definitely know me over there. My handle was Hip Check. So if you guys remember Hip Check, that was me, usually the person giving away stuff.
Sorry.
It's a 2 Hip Check. I don't think I've ever said this. It's a double meaning. It's both hockey and it's both Tragically Hip, which Dan knows about. Best band ever out of Canada. So it was like an
isn't that like the only band ever out of Canada?
You never heard of Bryan Adams? Come on.
Rush.
I try to forget that one.
We know Rush. There's some other people too. So I had this idea for a while, and we started talking for our new podcast. It's going to be called Off Course, which is kind of a double meaning. I'm sure everybody gets that. But we're kind of excited to just talk about everything. Oh yeah, there we go. There's the first graphic.
Thought people would like to see that.
I appreciate that. So I spent way too many hours designing that, but I think we're in good hands there. So the idea behind the show is we can cover any topic essentially. I mean, maybe some weeks it's going to be like Seinfeld, but that's all right. There's nothing wrong with that. But we can run the gamut. Dan has some ideas as well. I mean, he brings a different kind of experience to the table. I think we're going to have a lot of fun with it. I know you can't wear your N95 mask with that beard. I'm just letting you know.
Yeah, that's why I hide in my house. It's fine.
Yeah.
So I think first content we have to cover now that we have this Puma release is how manly are Amen Corner flowers.
Manly.
Yeah, that's what I said.
That's interesting. I remember.
Here you go. Here you guys go for my Canadian friends here.
There we go.
Tom Cochran, really?
OLP,
you guys
all right.
claiming one-hit Tom Cochran?
All right.
Tom Cochran is an interesting one. April Wine was probably Avril Lavigne, I'm thinking.
Actually, there's been a couple of those. Here's an Avril Lavigne comment.
Can't you just fire back with Nickelback at that? I mean, that's the counterpoint.
I got to tell you, when it comes to music, I'm the wrong guy to ask. I haven't listened to a song that hasn't been featured on the Goldbergs, so It's just kind of one of those things. I'm looking forward to hearing your guys' show, and we're going to talk about doing things where people can see it also. But we're going to start out with an audio podcast. It's always the perfect time to launch a podcast when you are in the middle of no drive time for people. But I think it's a great chance for people to be able to offer their input on what they want to hear, and have you guys talk about anything you guys want to.
Yeah, absolutely. And there will probably be no Nickelback or Celine Dion for the comments on the podcast. But we're excited. I mean, I've spent like about the last obviously so many people. I'm in New Jersey. We're stuck, just stuck. We just got a notice that another 30 days of no parks and such that are open. So that's not good for golf courses. There's no golf going on. And I've spent the last, I think this is day 23 in self-quarantine, except from a couple of risky trips to the food store. But I have these that if you could see the date, everybody know what day that is. That is today. And
that's depressing.
Four of them. Finally won.
And there's three of us. Weird.
How strange.
So we'll give the fourth one away. Who wants it?
No. That one gets auctioned. And then that pays for our trip. But so at least I'm going to have the fall Masters, but the whole family was going to be down, my wife and two kids, and it coincided perfectly with kids' spring break. No dice. It's not going to happen. But I think the day.
Rob, we have a question for you.
Yeah.
It's on the screen.
Oh, yeah. Are you converting over to THP full time? The answer is yes.
I wasn't going to be the person that answers that. Apparently, Rob is not a good forum name, so he's got one. No worries there.
Yeah, we can bring that over, or Rob Miller Time on social. That's
Morgan just dropped that one in there for us.
Yeah, Twitter and Instagram.
So I'm going to ask the people here, what do you guys want to hear? If you were kind of storyboarding Dan and Rob's first show, what would you want to talk about? And don't say the coronavirus, please. What would you, and I'll ask Dan and Rob while we're waiting for them to chime in, what would you guys like to talk about for your first episode? Since I can tell everybody who's following along, we haven't discussed this at all.
No, yeah, that was the fun part. Rob and I had been bouncing around about connecting and kind of chatting, getting to know each other a bit, but we're going to end up, I think, more than anything, just shooting it and then or I guess winging it more or less from a personal perspective. I think we'll take some topics in, but I think it's fun that you get to kind of know someone else who loves the game in a different way, kind of with everyone else following along. So yeah,
I saw the question that was up there. Can I address that?
Yeah.
Roll back the ball or the mowers. For me, it's completely the ball. If you change the ball, then you change how.
By the way, you've been fired.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, that was quick.
How much did Golf Unfiltered pay you to say that?
What's that?
My God, I found another one.
How much did Golf Unfiltered pay you to say that about the ball?
No, I think that if you just make the rough longer. I mean,
so he actually agrees with us, Dan.
Oh, okay, that's fine.
Yeah, that's better. We thought you were saying we do need to roll the ball back.
No, I'm saying if you wanted a tournament to play different, then you would change the ball and not just make rough longer. That's just not going to do it. It's not going to be enough. They still fly the ball 320 yards. So,
oh geez,
how's that going to change anything?
Oh no,
I
think we made a horrible mistake.
I would touch on this, but it would take 45 minutes to even get halfway through it. So
here's a question for you guys. What kind of frequency do you want? Is this going to be a weekly thing for people, twice a month, a monthly thing? What are you guys thinking, and when can people be able to start tuning in?
No, it's a weekly podcast for sure. And maybe if something would happen in the golf world, we'll have a special edition, a la Golf Channel. And
special edition.
Yeah, like emergency, like at home, like when I cook emergency ribs. They're just already cut up, so you can cook them a lot faster. Ever want some ribs? Like an emergency. We'll have an emergency
ribs.
That's what I call it, emergency ribs. Your canned spice and whatnot, your canned dry rub and everything. But anyway,
People would like to know which day the podcast will be hitting. I had my suggestion. You guys haven't discussed it, but
if
have any
you,
thoughts?
I think did you suggest Friday? Is that correct?
I did.
That's fine with me. But we can tweak that based on show schedule and so forth.
Yes. So it'll be a weekly podcast for everybody with Dan and Rob talking about all things golf, whatever they want to talk about. We don't censor here, and I'm probably not even going to listen. No, I'm kidding. It's going to be recorded one day and out the next. So there's not going to be any holdback or anything. So you're going to get pretty much right up to the cuff stuff. So if a tournament starts on Thursday, they may be talking about that early first round stuff. To answer Brad, no, it'll be a standard day of the week. We're not going to float it unless, as he said, there's a special edition kind of thing.
Yeah, if you want to talk about results on PGA Tour or Ryder Cup or something like that, you've got to publish Monday. That's kind of like the way to do it. So if that happens, we
have a question for Rob here right on the screen.
Doesn't sound like a question.
As far as what's the right answer? I just have a quick question.
The right answer is there's
Can you
no
drop
such
off
thing.
and put just leave Dan up for a little bit?
I actually think I can, but I couldn't tell you how, so I'm not going to try that.
We might need to have 4 or 5 episodes just to let THPers decide whether they like you or not, Rob.
Dan, that one's for you.
Some pretty critical stuff. Oh, Morgan Cup compared to Ryder Cup. I mean, my people aren't invited to the Ryder Cup. So
yeah, so Dan's not allowed in the Ryder Cup being Canadian, so he's going to choose the Morgan Cup.
Like I don't have a choice. Not to mention, I'm kind of ineligible due to lack of skill for the Ryder Cup, so I'm going with the one I can play in and have won.
I think you guys would probably be a pretty good scramble team.
Was that asked somewhere?
No, I'm saying it.
Just,
you were to play it,
just think about it.
But Rob, you have a question, some wrestling question?
Yeah, Mike Thomas. I definitely watched WrestleMania. I thought the first night was better than the second. You got to take it for
Wait, it's worth. 2 nights?
Well, it was 2 nights because they taped matches and then they kind of spliced it together because they were going to hold it in Tampa on what was it? The 6th.
Oh my God, that's right down the road from me, and I didn't even know it was here.
Yeah, so you couldn't do that. So they
again, I'd have to care. So.
I know you would. So they did 2 nights. So I was all right with it. It wasn't great, but it was. There's no live sports, so that's as close as you can possibly come. At least there's athletes there.
We got a question about what's in your current bag. I think we'll ask this to both of you guys.
Yeah, sure. You want me to go first?
Yeah, Dan, go ahead.
Wait.
Go ahead, Rob. I guess what's in your bag. You guess what's in my bag, and then we go.
Oh, go ahead. Well, let's see. I can't see what's behind. You have a parrot in your bag?
That's the puffin from Abandoned Dune.
Okay. Guess what's in your bag, man?
But no, I'm kidding. Behind there, that's just miscellaneous stuff. That's a hodgepodge. But
yeah,
like if the question is like what I'm currently playing.
Okay. Give me do you have one basic company in there?
No, I have a TS3 Titleist TS3 driver. I'm playing a new mini like the original one. I've got. I'm gonna.
Don't worry, we'll get you some good equipment.
I'm gonna work. I'm gonna try to play a hybrid for the first time in like 10 years. Normally, I put the 4-iron in. I've got Apex standard irons, 19, and a couple Cali wedges, and Seymour. I just got the. This is brand new. It has 1 round. The first putt I had with it, with the plumber neck, like the RST hosel. They have that nice plumber neck. First putt this year, I played 1 round, and I hit a 50-foot birdie, and a birdie later in the round. So it was like that was literally the first putt with that putter. That's you could expect that every hole. High expectations. But
Dan,
that's
what's in the bag?
What's in the bag? Well, it's strictly Cobra right now, thanks to the Morgan Cup this year, which I just got to notice we're 5 weeks away from. So that's exciting.
What did you go with your rundown? We know your irons are the Forge Techs, but what else?
Forge Tech. I have a Speed Zone 4/3 iron. I got it bent a little strong to use off the tee box. I might not need a driver because that thing's a bomber. The Tour Fairway, which is easily my favorite club in their entire lineup, which I did not expect. I have 2 Mim wedges, 54 and 58, and the Tour Length Speed Zone driver with weight forward always.
You have a question here.
Oh, here we go. Are King Forge Tech the best irons you've ever played, Dan? I have 2 rounds into them. I'll say no at the current moment, just because it's 2 rounds. How can you? There have been a number of irons out there that I've fallen in love with for my own reasons.
That sounds personal.
Oh yeah, it definitely is personal. Irons are a personal thing, but
I think says DGSL shafts.
No, they're out of them actually. Keenan,
oh.
as you well know, you are 100% out of them. But back to the iron thing, I think from a iron perspective, from a hollow body perspective, I think they will hit. I think they'll nail it on just about every facet of what you're looking for: sound, feedback, distance, all that stuff. So go ahead and try them for sure.
They would like to know if we can get Rob a matching race car chair that Dan has.
I'm into that. Definitely.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Almost THP green too.
It's a sweet gaming chair, right?
Yeah, man. And you know what? If I get a little tired here while I'm working from home,
now,
just take a little nap. You know.
You're going to have to. I'm going to have to get a computer build ideas because my oldest.
Oh my God! What is going? This podcast is going to bomb before it starts.
We're going to go everywhere. Apparently,
THP Live. Dan teaches Rob how to build a PC. Who's in?
That'd be sweet.
Nobody.
Is that like? Can this go for 8 to 9 hours?
No.
That doesn't include troubleshooting, so it would be longer than that, man.
So could I put you guys on the spot and say you would be recording a show next week?
I have no problem with that. What do you think, Rob?
Absolutely.
Next Friday. So there you guys have it. Next Friday will be the first episode of Off Course. And you guys will be able to listen to that, obviously, anywhere you get podcasts. But to be specific, for us, obviously, the THP Golf Radio Network, whatever it's called, in iTunes and Android. We have our mobile app, which you can listen to there. You can listen to it on our homepage, our forum, and we'll get snippets up in social media for everybody as well. So look for that on Friday. Any last words you guys want to drop out?
Yeah, I do. We have some social stuff. We'll probably have something on the forum as well for Off Course. If you guys are in here and you want to hear specific things that we talk about, I would imagine Rob feels the same way as I do, is throw those ideas towards us. There's no bad idea. It might not make it on the next episode of Off Course, but if it's an idea we can run with and we feel like has good content, I think we can definitely incorporate it. So we do have a Twitter handle, if I'm not mistaken.
We do. We do have one. It's Off Course THP. So I don't think we follow anybody yet. It's out there. You'll see it. You'll see
I should probably follow that one.
You can probably head on over and follow.
It's not like you're going to watch the show, Josh, so don't worry about it. It's fine.
I will listen to it, though.
I thought you agreed to promote this thing. What's going on?
You guys are going to be so good, no promotion will be necessary.
I have one question to answer. Dax Jeter, who is better in their prime, Ric Flair, Shawn Michaels? It's Shawn Michaels. So there you go.
And I have another question too.
Speaking of, before you go on, Dan, remember when you said there were no bad ideas or bad questions? Yeah, we just got one.
What is it?
Anything that Dax has said about wrestling.
Oh, okay. Yeah, we're wrestling might be like a small tickle on the side. It will not last in the podcast with me. So if Rob wants to finish the show with a 20-minute diatribe on Shawn Michaels versus Bret the Hitman Hart, that's fine.
Oh wow! This is going to be a great podcast.
You archive this, right? So at least
absolutely.
I know that I've got him recorded.
Yeah,
so there is no way I will ever delete this. I think for some of these guys like Dax that are listening, this just became porn.
Someone also asked, did I stop Did I cool it on the photoshopping? I'm not quite sure what that is. But
Oh,
maybe,
that's
maybe
because I wrote on Twitter yesterday that you needed to step away from Photoshop for 24
Oh, that's
hours.
my pumpkin spice masters that I put out
Yeah.
there.
I like that.
Yeah, it's kind of like orangey fall and everything. It's you can see that out there on the on Twitter handle, and then also you could join with Name the Pro, which I've been doing.
Yes.
On
Name the
Twitter
Pro
as well.
at Rob Miller Time. Dan, you are Canadan Golf, correct?
That's correct. Yeah.
And nobody wants to follow me. Usually rants about food.
Well, that's
so
why you have two handles.
I'll head over there. I'll follow you.
Oh, that's sweet of you,
Justin. Just so you know, I put the super rat back in the bag, and it's probably going to stay. So that's where we are for
gross.
putter.
Can we get a catchy jingle for the show? They're asking. Actually, Dan's going to sing one for you guys at the beginning of each episode.
Am I?
Yes.
Oh man,
one of those Canadian band songs.
There's apparently only two bands to choose from. So
comedy is a lot more successful coming out of Canada than music ever has been. So I'll leave that to the professionals.
Well, we want to thank you guys for all following along. I want to thank Rob and Dan for coming on and discussing the new show. We're going to have a lot of fun with it, or at least they will. And we hope you guys enjoy the first episode that'll come out next week, as we've put them on the spot. So that's definitely going to happen. And if you have any questions about this, I'm also going to put him on the spot right now. When we get off this podcast, he's going to jump over to the forum and start an off-course thread. And if you title it just like that, it's total clickbait. So everybody's going to click on it to find out what it is. And we'll add some artwork in there. And Rob and Dan can answer any questions you guys have continually into the forum.
Yeah, it sounds good. I'll hop over there too.
Thanks, everybody. We will talk to you soon.